Call of Duty, Super Mario Bros., Animal Crossing. All of these games are completely different genres and have varying styles of gameplay, but they're all considered normal games. Now look at a game like Garry's Mod, a game where you can do pretty much whatever you want because if you can think of it, there's probably a mod for it. But still, this can be considered normal. All of these games are great in their own respect, but if all we play are normal games, we're not really pushing the limits of what a video game can be. That's why I'm here to talk about weird video games and why I think they're important. And who knows, maybe I'll talk about something today that piques your interest and helps expand your ideas of what video games are as a whole. Katamari Damacy is a game where you play as the prince, in an attempt to recreate the stars that the king of all cosmos destroyed in a drunken stupor. To do this, he sends you to Earth with a ball called the Katamari. The setting of the game may seem familiar, but it's a far cry from what some would consider normal. You are small, and so is the Katamari. And this is the start of something great. The controls are awkward and hard to get accustomed to, but once you do, you can pull off some sick maneuvers. You're forced to experiment with different things, seeing what sticks and what doesn't. To be able to pick up certain objects with the Katamari, it needs to be a certain size. The bigger the object, the larger the size of the Katamari. Yeah, this is pretty tame in terms of weird games, and some might disagree with me, but when I think of weird games, it's the first one that comes to mind. The idea of a strange happening in a normal setting, combined with the snappy upbeat music, is a great way to immerse players into a weird world. Now take that idea of a strange event in a normal setting and forget about it. Just drop it. Think only weird, artsy. No music, no color at all, only black and white. Kids. Now, I'm not even going to get into what this game is about because I have no fucking idea. I guess the same people that made Plug and Play made this, and that game is weird as shit too. You click around the screen to control these kids, but it's all super surreal and there's not really a story, so it's just more so an art piece, and even then it makes you think about the mob mentality of the world and the fact that kids can pressure other kids into doing what they want because they have no sense of sympathy for others, which is an allegory for the human condition because we're all truly just kids peer pressuring each other to jump into a hole and swim through intestines until we're shit out back where we started. So basically, yeah, this game is a masterpiece. Another game that comes to mind is Papers, Please. In Papers, Please, you're a border guard inspecting travelers entering the country for Stotska. It starts fairly simple and grows more complex every time, requiring you to memorize certain symbols and facts about the countries these travelers come from, and if you mess up too much, the consequences could be dire. So don't let anyone in unless they're approved. Except for Georgie. Always let Georgie in. Postal 2. You have a piss attack. I don't think I can say anything that hasn't already been said. They made DLC for this game after Postal 3 came out because it was so bad they retconned it out of existence by saying it was a dream.
Trapped in the inky blackness of his mind, the dude suffers terrifying, frightful images of a future gone wrong.
I regret nothing.
He awakens with a shock. It was all just a horrible nightmare. Or was it?
I'd say it was more like a bad trip, but that's just me. Speaking of a bad trip, Hylix. Hylix is a game made by one guy, Mason Lindroth, and it's kind of the reason I'm making this video. This game is a trip and a half. You play as Wayne, a crescent moon-headed man on a quest to stop the evil Gibby. Along the way, you meet people who join your party, drink water to increase your magic, known as will in the game, grind meat in the afterlife to increase your health, called flesh, and watch TV to learn new abilities and attacks. Everything in this game is fucking insane. The text seems to be randomly generated for the most part, at least according to the description on Steam it is. The battles are mesmerizing for their clever use of animation and claymation. The colors in this game are all over the place, mixing in a way that kind of hurts your eyes if you play it for too long. And the music. It's definitely music, right? Some of it's actually catchy, but a lot of it is melodies clashing in different tempos and time signatures in an odd discordant symphony. It actually reminds me a lot of Captain Beefheart's Drop Mask Replica and its insane music production.
My smile is stuck.
If you're interested, the game is around 2 hours long and it's only like $2 on Steam. Plus, there's a sequel I haven't even played at the time of recording this, but it looks better than the first. Please, go show Mr. Lindroth some love. The last game I'm going to be talking about isn't necessarily weird by design, but rather how it's handled by the player base. I can't think of a good way to explain it, so I'll read the Steam store description. This game is hidden in the store, by the way. You need a direct link to the page to find it. Subrosa is a multiplayer first-person shooter about tense deals, double crosses, and the occasional high-speed car chase. Multiple corporations vie for money and power by taking control of different colored discs through clean trades or bloody acquisitions. Both cash and discs are immensely valuable and allow players to purchase guns, cars, equipment, and even stock in their own company's success from day to day. Smooth transactions and smart business practices with others can eventually lead to riches, while a quick trigger finger and a steady aim can get you there faster as long as you're the one still standing. Now, when reading this, it may seem fun, but here's the thing. Most people that play the game don't necessarily play it as intended. Most players are usually running around doing stuff like this. It's him! It's him! Dude, it's bottom text! He's got Stan playing.
What's up, Bob Text?
Hey, yo,
Yo.
what's up, bottom text? Bottom text, can you take us to the Shadow Realm? Probably get out. Bottom text, thank you. You've been a great help. What you're supposed to do is join a business and then complete missions to make money. But nobody wants to do that because running around killing people while blasting bro moment number 2 through their mic is a lot more fun.
We're gonna shoot it up. That's where
I
people.
apologize. I didn't
Someone
know
beat him
anybody
to
was
it.
there.
Someone's already there. I'm like, I can't.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that video games are fun, but too much normalcy in your life can get boring. Using weird games to break up monotony can really help sometimes. I placed links for these games in the description, and I might put some other games I'd consider weird down there as well for you to check out. That's all I have for today. Have a great night. Don't drink and drive.